here a million times over. See? Now, you can actively watch this in your own sky, right? I live right underneath where the sun is showing up right now. Do you see these streaks? Do you see these lines? That is that. Okay? So you can argue and you can say it's a conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory anymore. You're watching it happen. I watch my blue skies turn to this shit, right? And right there is where my stuff is pointed. There's also someone on the back side of that. That hill that has the same setup traveling over to where I live, right about here. So this big blue corridor right here, we create that. The rest of that has nothing. From this point down, has nothing. So this is the bridge I look at every morning when I go out to work. You're looking at these fucking lines everywhere, right? There's one there. It's hard to see against the backdrop of the other. There's one right here. See the X? Right? So, you could literally watch all of it. You could watch it happening. There's another one straight back here. That blue spot. All the way across the top of that ridge. This is what they're planning on, probably rain or some bullshit today, right? So I'm going to do a video later on today on that video. Thanks, man. I'm going to do a video later today. I'm going to show you exactly how to put these things together. I'll try to make it as detailed as I can. Sizes of everything, what devices, what tools, what things you would need. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of looking at it, right? This is how the paint thing, right? That is how you stop whoever's doing that from what they're not doing, right? If they're not doing it, you wouldn't need to do this. It doesn't work. This doesn't work unless they're doing that, right? That's what the paint cans are. Paint cans are for that, right? They would not work. They would not work if there wasn't a static charge being created in the sky. That is the evidence you need to understand that it's a real thing, right? You're replacing positive with negative. It's that easy. So later tonight, this is just going to be short because I'm running all over the place and I have my head like a, the chicken with its head cut off thing going all day today. So later tonight, probably around 7 o'clock or so, it's my son's birthday, so I don't know, but I hope to put out a video that I'll pre-record. I'll get help pre-recording that video so it won't get wiped out like the regular live videos, and I'll go through the process on how to mass produce them in your local area, where you can make and pump out probably 50 or 100 of these things a day if you refine the process, right? Like I know that I could do that with one helper. I could probably do 100 of these in a day. I could make 100 paint cans, right? I've got a shitload of tools. That's why I can do that, right? This is what I've been doing my entire life, so I understand the physical, practical methods of making this stuff happen and how to put it all together, right? So if you want that shit to stop, there's unending testimonies of people. Go on to that page, go on to the Paint Can Brigade, look at the other people saying I'm just amazed at how it works. It's incredible how it works, right? And I'm looking at these X's and all this shit in the sky, man. Somebody's got to start doing something about it, right? Because you're still breathing it in. And I'm going to start doing tests somehow on those rocks I saw in the river yesterday, right? They're all black. People are saying the stuff in their yard, their lawn furniture, it's all black. Where's that black soot, that black stuff coming from? That sticky texture that you're getting out of the sky the day before you get sprayed like this, So, I mean, you can dismiss it. You can think it's not that important. You know, this is the takeover of so many different facets of life. It's the takeover of so many different facets of all kinds of different life. All of it to be manipulated wirelessly through a gigantic electromagnetic spectrum with purple lights and blue lights in your house and electrical static tension inside of your house to where the point where your body is just an oxidative stress bomb, right? Ready to blow up in cancer. This is all real stuff. I've learned all of this stuff, and I'm very passionate about pushing it out to people to understand it, because it's going to make the difference, right? If I knew the things that I knew now about cancer and leukemia and radio frequency and energy and frequency and vibration stuff, and right, Nikola Tesla stuff and Wilhelm Reich and Victor Shaw, if I knew all these things 20 years ago, I guarantee you my grandfather would still be alive today. Your family member that had breast cancer that died, or lung cancer that died, or whatever, right? If I knew the things I knew then, today, I would be my life would be entirely different right now. So start to learn about these things, man. Read The Invisible Rainbow. That's the greatest starting point you can go to. Read the book, The Invisible Rainbow. Get the audio book if you need to. If you don't have the patience for sitting down and actually reading something, get the audio book. If you want to understand the conspiracy part of it, that's run all the way through history, get the Secret History of Our World by Mark Booth, right? And how these different frequencies and whatever has been, pretty much you've been exposed to through your entire life. Aluminum vaccines, the slow ionization within the body, right? If you're sick, you're unwell, you're unhealthy, guess what? You're going to be spending your life trying to stay alive, right? Trying to use your life, right? You're not figuring out how to protect yourself, because, it's just this stuff pisses me off, man. So anyway, go and pay attention for later on today. Later on today, I'm going to give the best description that I possibly can. I'm hoping I can get somebody to, maybe my son will film me as I'm talking about it, and we'll try to do a short, direct clip of, blended video clips, so you can see what I'm talking about on the layout and the structure of the physical cans, and then I'll give you a brief overview on how the science behind it actually works. Okay, so I'll do the best that I can, man. I'm not a cinematographer or anything like that. I've played with photography, I love it, but I don't know how people are left so confused. I guess through multiple different videos, I would have to require them to go all the way down my page and watch every individual video, and nobody has time for that. I understand, but I don't know. Get a paint can, get it together, and start doing something in your local area about that. I can literally see the difference, where they're all at around me, right? It's the same points every time I get to that bridge on my way out for work in the morning. Same points. So didn't want to make a big, long live. I just wanted to say, hey, pay attention later on. If you want to direct or redirect people, or create a video or record, video record the method, I'll try to tighten up the whole thing down to a 10-minute video on how to actually make and make these things so that you can pump them out around you. All right, as many as you possibly can, because that's what it's going to take. Everybody should be doing this. Don't send me your money. Don't say, poor me, I can't do it. I'm young, I'm fat, you're right. Whatever the problems are that you have, if you don't like this, fucking do something about it, right? Do something about it. Stop waiting for that immediate, hey, this isn't like Amazon, I gotta wait for blah, 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 right? It's not Amazon. This is the real world out here. Get the fuck off of your ass and do something about it, man. Have a great day, but I hope that, I'm not offending anybody, and if I am, it means you're the people I'm talking to, right? So get the hell up, go outside, start buying the things you need, get these things put together in your yard, and you'll see for yourself how they work. And, all this stuff is going to be dramatically slowed down. So I hope everybody has a great day. And then later on, I'll put that video together and I'll try to post it tonight if I'm able to. All right, man? Have a great day, guys.